Muslims are not allowed to celebrate Christmas, but what's the proof that we're not allowed and why? One of the great scholars, Ibn al-Qayyim, in one of his books, he dedicates an entire section discussing this topic on why Muslims are not allowed to celebrate the festivals of non-Muslims. And you will see that he brings evidence from the Quran, the Sunnah, the Sahaba, the Salaf, and all four madhabs. So starting with the Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in one of the surahs, he is discussing the characteristics of the servants of the merciful, meaning true believers will have these certain characteristics. And one of them he mentions is وَالَّذِينَ لَا يَشْهَدُونَ الزُّورَ.
وَالَّذِينَ لَا يَشْهَدُونَ الزُّورَ وَإِذَا مَرُّوا بِاللَّغْوِ مَرُّوا كِرَامًا.
They are people that do not bear witness to falsehood. And Ibn Abi Hatim in his tafsir and Imam Ahmad both mentioned that part of not witnessing falsehood is not attending the celebration and festivals of the disbelievers. And it is narrated by Bukhari and al-Bayhaqi both that Umar ibn al-Khattab, he said, avoid the disbelievers during their festivals. And it is narrated by Sufyan al-Thawri that Umar ibn al-Khattab, he said, do not learn the languages of non-Muslims and do not enter their churches during their days of their festivals, because indeed wrath and punishment descend upon them during those days. Now, someone might point out that, hey, he said don't learn their languages, and we learn their languages. I'm speaking English right now. So how can I say that learning the languages is fine, but attending their festivals and celebrations is not? And the answer to this is that we learn their languages for a purpose. The same way, if someone were to enter a church on the day of Christmas for a purpose, let's say the celebration is too loud and he lives right beside the church. So he enters in order to tell them to be a little quiet. If he enters for a purpose, that's fine, there's no sin upon him. However, if he enters for no reason, or he enters for the reason of admiring their celebration, or to support them in it, then that is not allowed. Moving on, al-Bayhaqi narrates from Abdullah bin Amr that whoever goes to lands of the non-Muslims, and he starts doing their festivals or copying their New Year celebrations, and he continues doing this until he dies, then on the Day of Judgment, he will be included as one of them. So this is what the Quran and Sunnah have to say, but what about the four madhabs and their scholars? What do they say about this? Ibn al-Qayyim says that it is mentioned in the books of Abu Hanifa and his companions that on the days of the celebration of the non-believers, if someone were to gift them even a watermelon with the intention of showing their admiration or reverence for this day of celebration, this person has disbelieved. Similarly, it is mentioned by Abu Hafs al-Kabir. And who was Abu Hafs al-Kabir? He was the main scholar of the Hanafis of the entirety of Transoxiana, what is known in Arabic as Ma Wara an-Nahr. He mentions that if a man were to worship Allah for 50 years, and then on the day of the celebration of the non-Muslims, he were to go and gift one of them a single egg. A single egg. He were to give as a gift to show his admiration and reverence and support and respect or whatever for this day of celebration, then this man has disbelieved and all of his good deeds and actions, they are nullified and void. From the Malikis, Ibn al-Qasim, he mentions, but firstly, who is Ibn al-Qasim? He is one of the main students of Imam Malik himself. He learned from him for more than a decade, and he is the main transmitter of the opinions and rulings of Imam Malik. Not only that, but Ibn al-Qasim himself is considered a reliable authority in the madhab. So he mentions that it is not permissible for Muslims to attend the festivals of the non-Muslims where they're selling and buying things, or if it takes place in the marketplace, to buy any sort of food or clothes or otherwise, or to show any support for them in any way. And on top of that, he says that if there are Muslim rulers in that land, then those rulers should actually ban Muslims from these festivals. And he says that this was the opinion of Imam Malik, and he goes on to say that he is not aware of any scholar anywhere that disagrees with this. Al-Lalaka'ee, who is a great Shafi'i Imam, he mentions that it's not permissible for Muslims to attend these festivals because these are from disbelievers and they are a testament to falsehood. And if people who believe in the truth, the true believers, if they were to attend these festivals without refuting and denying these beliefs, then it shows that they are actually pleased with falsehood and they're actually affected by it, or perhaps they actually believe in it. And this would be a reason to incur Allah's wrath upon themselves. And finally, Al-Amidi, who is a Hanbali scholar who turned Shafi'i, he mentions that it is not permissible to attend the festivals of Christians and Jews. And he says that this was actually the opinion of Imam Ahmad himself. And Ibn al-Qayyim, the one who has compiled all of these opinions in one place, he himself is a very great Hanbali scholar, and he is a reliable authority in the madhab itself. So you see from the Quran, the Sunnah, the Sahaba, the Salaf, and scholars of all four madhabs, they all agree that Muslims are not allowed to attend these festivals, because it does not make sense for someone who believes in the truth and believes that Islam is the perfect religion, it is the only true religion, to then go and support and attend or witness these festivals and celebrations that are actually a testament, or they are based on false beliefs, or they're based on beliefs that are completely contradictory to Islam itself.